Well, bringing some life into your home may seem a difficult task, but it doesn't have to be. Indoor terrariums, that's what we're talking about, can be easy to make. And we have Mark Jennings, style expert. You know, it's great to see you again, my friend. It's been quite a while, first of all.
Thank you,
It's
Jeff.
been a while, and you know, always good company. And so we're making terrariums.
We are.
As opposed to just planting a flower, this is sort of like more like an interior gardenscape kind
It
of
is.
thing, right?
It's self-sufficient, and what's wonderful about this is that certainly it can travel with you. So if you have kids going away and you want a little something green in their room,
For the dorm
this is
room.
a great way to incorporate that, and it requires very little water, and you have fun with it. And we have some history together, of course.
We do, yeah.
So this is the first time I'm actually getting you to help me out here, so it should be pretty easy.
This could be, well, it's easy for you to say.
Okay.
The finished product, by the way.
Here's our two examples.
This is our goal, right?
Right, we want it to look like this.
Yeah.
And what's wonderful about this is that there's multiple plants here, and it's very, very earthy. There's
Yep.
a lot going on here, but again, it's just layers, and I'm going to deconstruct it for you so you can do it. Okay?
All right, okay.
We're going to start with a great vessel, glass vessel, and if you notice, this is kind of low. But you want to make sure that whatever you plant, that it does have a little rim, because when you water, you want the water to go below, and you don't want it to spill over.
Very true.
Okay? We're going to start with some charcoal.
Really? So we're barbecuing, huh?
Well, this is not the type
Not
of
mesquite?
charcoal that you would use when you barbecue.
Okay.
This is the best place to find this is a garden center, or friends are telling me they can find it at an aquarium. So the
Okay.
same kind of charcoal, because what that's going to do is when the water sits, because it's not leaving the vessel, it won't get any kind of smelly scent.
Ah, very important, right?
So it keeps it pretty much clean. So we're going to add some good potting soil. That's always important. And you're going to just put that right in there.
So far,
And
this is pretty easy,
Pretty
I think.
simple, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So we've added that, but we're going to now build it up. Now, here are different types of plants. Here's some lovely little ivies. And what you want to do is you want to grab these little tiny plants. And the reason why we're going small is because we're working with an area that's pretty condensed. So you want to buy things that are pretty small. So you're going to pull it out, and you're going to notice when you pull it out, it's kind of tight there. And here's a trick that I like to do. I drop it in some water.
that'll help it loosen up a little
Okay, so it helps it loosen up, and it also, what it does, it gives it a nice little jump.
Yeah, I
Start,
would think so,
okay?
instead of having to water it immediately
We're
afterward,
going to put a
right?
little bit more salt.
Oh,
in there.
sorry.
We're just going to finish
Move that on
so.
you, buddy.
All
Woo.
right, see, so that's why I have a tablecloth.
Oh,
We'll
exactly.
put that. We're going to put a couple more, do the same thing, pop
Dip
it
it in
in.
the water. Can I do it with one of
Yeah,
them?
go
Can I
ahead,
try?
grab one, another one in there.
I hope I don't hurt this little guy.
Just go ahead,
Seems
pour
very
it. There you
innocent.
go, drop it in water.
Just dip it and... This,
And
is,
then-
like, this is like if you've ever been
Simple.
to a donut shop, right? Just dip
Right.
that donut right in the coffee, huh?
All right,
one
so
more?
we'll put one more on that side.
All right.
And then the pièce de résistance is how you finish it, and that's where you really have some fun. First, you have to dig a little hole.
I guess
okay?
I really do, don't I? Get my
Dig a
hands
little
dirty.
hole,
Yeah.
pop that in, and there you go.
All right.
All right, so now that we have the plants in, this is where we're going to make it very, very attractive.
Mm-hmm.
So what I've done here is you can forage in the garden, and I just found this in the woods. You can find birch branches, you can go to the beach and get some rocks. What you want to do is now create a layer of interest, and I'm going to nestle that right in the center like that.
Now, I'm thinking that after last year's tropical storms, there ought to be plenty of this stuff still kicking around,
some
right?
driftwood, go to the beach, you know, forage, find different things.
Sure.
I did one for a friend of mine, and she loves having tea, so I broke some teapots, little teacups, and sprinkled them within there. And
Really?
it was just
Okay.
very, very creative. I'm going to put that right in there. Again, we're creating some nice layers, and then we're going to finish it off with some nice little gravel. Now, you can find this gravel, again, go to the pet store. Very inexpensive.
Or your
and you're gonna
neighbor's driveway.
Or your neighbor's driveway. You want to make sure
won't tell them.
whatever kind of stone or rock, you want to clean it and wash it, because you don't want to introduce bugs to this. And this really finishes it and makes it look that very professional touch.
Yeah. Now, our producer, Sue, by the way, makes a really good point. She says these would make great gifts.
They make
Right.
wonderful gifts, and that's a great point, because imagine if you show up to someone's home with this. They're going to totally love it. I mean,
Yeah,
we
it's
bring bottles of
completely unique.
wine, very unique. And look, that did not take very, very long. I'm going to bring
Not that I
that up.
gripe about wine, but this would be pretty cool to have and look at it while sipping a glass of wine. I
Well,
think.
sipping. So you bring a bottle of wine and you bring a terrarium.
Oh,
topless
a little bit
terrarium,
of both, right? A topless terrarium.
So go ahead and give me some rocks there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
I'll
this
let
is just from the beach. I'm going to go ahead and put them in.
You want
Again,
more?
you're creating some nice texture
Okay.
and interest. And even something such as this, that's very, very
sphere,
decorative,
like a globe.
you could put that in there as well.
And you can get that at pretty much like
Anywhere.
Oh,
Go
sorry.
shopping. Go ahead. Give me some rocks. There you go. Thank
All
you.
right.
And look at that. I mean, very
Just that
quickly.
easy. Not
we did this
expensive
in
either,
less-
right?
No, not expensive. And if you went to buy something like this, you'd be looking at several $100s.
Really?
Several $100s. So the key is that take something that you love, and this is what I do with my brand and on my website, marjennings.com, has the step-by-step instructions, but I take different things that inspire me and I try to find a really creative way to make it myself.
Yeah.
And by being resourceful, you could do that. And
Well,
we're going to take a little
absolutely.
water, and you're going to water it, and you're going to do this once a week. Notice how the water will stay in.
Yeah. This is just, it's such a great idea.
It will sit in there.
We have to finish up. I got to tell you, when I was
We're
a
all
kid,
set.
I made a little terrarium kind of, because I found some salamanders and made a little terrarium for them. It worked out pretty well, but it didn't end well.
How's that?
For the salamanders, anyway. Okay, but you know what?
But I'm bummed.
Well, it's true. It's a true story. But anyway, in case you forgot his web address, you can go to rswtnh.com.